Okay, I'm gonna be the first one to admit it. I came this close to cheating on my diet. 2 days ago, would have been Tuesday, I was getting tired a little bit of the bland food because when you're on keto, there's not a lot of sauces. You can salt and pepper it to your heart's content and things like that. But for all intents and purposes, there's no sauces, there's no butter, like for baked potatoes and things like that. You can have butter on certain things, but like eggs, but it's not the same, right? A juicy baked potato or pasta with a cream sauce, something like those. Just don't have a lot of that. There are recipes out there and everything, but I have my kind of diet eating habits down that I eat these certain foods, and it's been doing well for me. I can't complain. And I said, you know what? One night it's not going to hurt me. I'm going to have some pasta and make a sauce and throw in some shrimp and mushrooms and garden vegetables and just have a really good meal, really tasty meal. The trouble with doing that is it basically throws in carbs into your body when you're on a low carb diet. And I was about to do it, and then I'm just gonna check the carbs out on this box. So I checked out the carbs on the box, and it said there are 63 grams of carbs in 1/5 of this tiny box. And I'm eating more than 1/5. If I'm gonna finally have a meal that I'm gonna enjoy, I'm making more than 1/5. But 63 carbs is more than 3 times the carbs I normally have in a day. Well more than 3. So that would have just jumped my water retention and my sugar retention and everything right back, and it would have took me a while to get back into keto. And so a lot of my progress would have been stalled and stopped. Because ideally you want to be 20 grams of carbs under every day. And so I took these and I put them away, and I did cook the shrimp, I did cook the mushrooms, but I just put in some hot pepper flakes and a squeeze of lemon on top, and that's how I had it. And then I made some eggs. So a lot different than the meal I was planning, but I was at 192 point something that day in my weight. And my goal is to get below 190 and eventually get down to 180, which is, where I haven't been below 180 in 20 years. So that would be phenomenal if I could do it. And I figured I'm stuck at home. I'm exercising like a king right now. I'm on my rower 2-3 times a day. I'm burning calories, and now I walk as well. So yeah, that part's not the problem. The exercise is not the problem. And I know if I went onto a balanced diet, I could probably still lose weight. But right now I was doing really quick weight loss without too much struggle, staying on ketosis. So when I do leave ketosis and go into a more balanced diet with just proportions and things like that, but keep up the exercise, it won't be such a bang on my metabolism in my body. Well, this morning I woke up 2 days later and I'm at 189.5. I'm under 190. I have officially lost 25 pounds since I started. I haven't been this light now in a good 5 or 6 years. And I feel really good. And I feel a lot healthier. And it's good timing because next week I go in for my CT scans next Tuesday and get some blood work done and things like that. And then I'll hear from my doctor how I'm doing. And so I know now that I'm at a good weight, that if I have to go back in for surgery or if I have to go back in for chemotherapy or any of that stuff again, my body is in a better position to fight it off than when I was a little bit overweight and I was having trouble breathing, going upstairs, losing my breath all the time. That's not good. If they have to operate on your lungs, they give you a lung test. And if you fail the lung test, they will not operate. And so I was kind of afraid that if they, that's the last place my cancer has been, is in my lungs. If they have to operate on my lungs again, will they even operate on me? Because I literally was losing breath walking upstairs. And now I'm on a rowing machine, just going like crazy. So yes, that part I feel much, much better about. I'm so happy I didn't break keto to have that one good meal. I'm going to wait for one good meal until I have company over and I make a good meal. And that's not going to be for about 2 weeks at least, because of the lockdown situation here and the curfew in Quebec. That you're not allowed to leave the house after 8 o'clock, things along those lines. But whenever that gets lifted and people can come over, I'm going to cook a good meal, and we will. I will break my keto on that day. And who knows? I may be down to like 185 in a couple weeks by the time that happens. Slow and steady wins the race every time. But man, the temptation was there. I am going to tell you right now, that temptation was there. And I was just looking at the regular things I've been eating, chicken wings and shrimp and eggs and steak. And I just went, I just need a change tonight. I just need a change. But willpower. Willpower, willpower, willpower is the key to ever getting anything done, right? No shortcuts, no cheats. That you just can't win. You cannot win. So you just stall your momentum, and then now today I'm below 190. I'm going, I felt like jumping on the rower after I weighed myself. I'm going, oh, look at my goal. I'm doing really well. Let's go, let's go. If I'd have cheated and I would have gained like 1.5 pounds with water retention and carbs and the next day, how motivated would I have been? I might have gone, oh, well, you know what? It's okay. I'll have a couple meals and then I'll get back onto it. And you know what happens then? You never get back onto it. And you just keep cheating and saying you're going to restart again, and you don't. And I'm a perfect example because I've done exactly that in the past. So, willpower, staying strong, slow and steady, just get through it. Once you get through it, you're all set. Kind of like the way the world is now, right? It's slow, it's boring, but stick with it. It's gonna get better. And yeah, cheating on your diet never helps. Cheating on your exercise never helps. Saying I'll start again tomorrow never helps. So if you ever want to pick up one tip for losing weight, it's simply this: don't give an excuse to stop. Oh, I was on the road today, so I had to have the Big Mac and fries. No, you didn't. You could have ordered a salad. You could have ordered the breast of chicken. You could have gone to a different takeout that has healthier options. But we all make that excuse, and I'm not blaming anyone who does. And I'm just saying, if you want to do any kind of weight loss or anything like that, you have to just stick with it. And if you don't, that's up to you too. Completely. I'm doing this for my health, not anybody else's. You cannot lose weight or do anything in life for somebody else when it comes to this sort of thing, right? I'm not going to become a doctor for somebody else. I'm going to become a doctor because that's what I want to do. I'm going to get in shape because that's what I want to do, not for somebody else. Not to become attractive for the opposite sex. That never works neither. Trust me, I know. Well, there you go. That's the video today, guys. Almost cheated on my diet. I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, because 2 days later, I hit my first goal, 25 pounds. So there you go. Stick with it and good things will happen.